So the first question asks, what is the change of energy of the system? Okay, so it said that the chemical reaction releases 200 joules. So the system loses heat, negative 200. So not to loses energy. Okay, so negative 200 joules. Now, if the system loses energy, who gains it? The surrounding, right? So the heat, the energy gains or lose from the system or the surrounding has to be opposite. One is losing, the other one is gaining. All right. So if the energy change of the system is negative 200, loses energy. I just plug in right there. Do the math right there. So negative, you get positive. So the energy change of the surrounding is positive 200 joules. So the surrounding gains the energy. Okay, so it's just about the sign. If you understand the sign, who loses energy or gains energy, you get it. All right. So another one. So as an example of butane gas burn, it releases 55 joules of heat. All right. So we have reaction. Release which means that the reaction loses energy. All right, lose the heat, not energy. This one it loses heat, negative 55 joules, and perform 23 joules of work on the surrounding. So does work on the surrounding, loses work as well. Okay. All right. So what is the total change in energy of this chemical system? Well, so the reaction is your system, and the energy change is equal to heat plus work. Okay, and this reaction, the system loses heat and loses work. So both are negative 55 joules and negative 23 joules. That's the answer. Okay. All right. Now, question number 2. What is the total change in energy of the surrounding? Well, one is lose, the other one's gonna gain. Right. So plug in here. So we have the first law of thermodynamics. So the conservation of energy. Energy change, one's lose, one's gain. Plug in here, and negative, you get positive. So the surrounding gains energy. Okay. All right, one more. So the work done when a gas is compressed in a cylinder is 462 joules. All right, so make sure you understand this first. The work done. So work done on the and the gas is compressed. So if the gas is our system and become compressed, so it gains energy. So work done is probably the surrounding does work on it. Okay, so the surrounding does work on it, put the pressure. The system gains work. Right? How much? Plus 462 joules. And during this process, there is a heat transfer from 128 joules from gas to the surrounding. So the gas loses energy, right? So transfer from gas to the surrounding. Look at that. So the system loses heat, and of 122 joules. So negative 128 joules. Okay. Calculate the energy change for this process. All right. So the energy change of the system equal to heat plus work. Plug in, super easy. Heat negative 128 joules, and the work positive 462 joules. Do the math there. 334 joules. It's all about the sign. Make sure you have the right sign. You'll get the right answer. Okay. All right. So practice on this. So class activity number 2. You know the drill.